It's really important to train a dog. We see lots of dogs from 8-week-old puppies to I think the oldest we've got at the moment. Well, one's just come to join next year and she'll be 14 years old, which is a collie, a rescue dog. It's really important because we expect so much of them as pet dogs, and that's what we primarily do, is pet dog train. And I think it's actually one of the hardest roles you can ask your pet to do, so that everything to you. You want them to walk nicely on the lead, not jump up when they get excited, to have good manners, and it's quite a lot to ask of them really. I don't think it can be emphasised enough how important it is to train a dog. Staffies and mastiffs and bulldogs probably need more training. I think with breeds like that, due to their sheer size, if a chihuahua jumps up on you, it's probably not going to do much damage. But I've had a staffy, perfectly friendly in class, do a recall and it just couldn't stop in time and slammed into my leg, and I had a bruise from my hip to my knee for 2 weeks. So there was no aggression, it was just running and it just banged into me. So I think due to the size, probably need a little bit more training, but I don't really think there's any specific breed that is more difficult to train or requires more training. We see a lot of problems with border collies actually, and they're the most intelligent breed and it's supposedly easy to train, but the more easier a dog is to train, the easier it is to train in the wrong things without realising as well. So we've seen aggressive chihuahuas, laid back mastiffs. There's not really one specific breed I said requires more training. With our own dogs we've had good success. I compete at the highest level in agility with my little crossbreed, 3.5 kilos, tiny little dog, but she competes at grade 7. Both myself and Mike have been asked to demo and rally at Crufts, so we've been in the main arena with our dogs doing that, and that was a big honour to do. As far as the dogs that we train them up to gold or citizen level, so if we're looking for some sort of criteria to say they've met a certain standard, we've got quite a few dogs that have reached gold standard, which is the national test set by the Kennel Club. And then the other side of the success stories is we have worked with dogs that were very reactive, and comes to mind, and he was very reactive. He couldn't see another dog across the street without going crazy. We did one-to-ones with him, his owners worked with him at home, and then about 9 months later he's come to classes and he's been fine with other dogs. Socialisation is really important, from very young puppies to older dogs, and I think what has to be remembered about socialisation is it's not just about mixing with other dogs, which is what a lot of puppy owners think, socialise, mix it with every dog we see. It's more about learning to cope in any environment. So quite a big part of socialisation is being able to focus on instructions and what their owners saying to them with the distraction of other dogs around, so classes are perfect for that. We're teaching the dogs to focus and build their concentration when there's other distractions around.
We started Cheshire Dog School 4 years ago, and it started off with just a couple of classes each week, and we're now down up to 12. So it's really doing really well.